Morning, guys. So Fit 55 strength work today. I'm going to go through this here. You're going to be going for 20 minutes continuous effort. And ideally, you're going to have two different weights that you'll use for this. And I've got some odd objects to give you some ideas, but ideally, you'll have two different things to be working with today. And the goal, once you begin, is to continue moving for 20 minutes. So what I've got here, I've got a backpack that I filled up with as much stuff I could fit in it. This is going to be my heavy object. And then I've got also this bit of a cat litter here, this kind of jug. And this can be like, I don't know, a gallon of water or something like that. And you can fill it or empty it based on how heavy you want it to be. So the movements are, we've got 4 movements. The heavy object is going to be from the ground up to the chest or up to the shoulder. So I'm going to bend over at the hip and I'm going to grab my object and pull it up to one shoulder and then bring it back down, and then I'm going to switch up to the other shoulder. So I'm using the extension, the power from the legs and the hips to bring the object up. If it's a bigger object, it's a little cumbersome, then you can just bring it up to the chest each time like you would do for a sandbag carry in the gym. So it's going to be 10 of those, and then my object's going to go down. I'll leave that alone for a minute. Second movement's going to be 10 inchworms. So I've got a mat set out over here. I'm going to start nice and tall. I'm going to bend over, bring my hands to the floor, and I'll try to stay in camera here. I'm going to walk out. So to stay in camera, I moved my feet too, but ideally, I'm keeping my feet in one spot, coming up to standing, and then walking myself out. These are called inchworms. You're going to do 10 inchworms. So you're basically walking yourself to a plank position and then coming back in. After your inchworm, now I'm going to go to my lighter object. I'm going to grab my lighter object. I'm going to bend over. I can be supported by something over here, chair, bench, couch, whatever you have. And I'm going to do 10 rows each arm. So I'm picking up my lighter object, driving the elbow up towards the hips, 10 on one side, and then you'll switch 10 on the other. Obviously, a heavier load would be more challenging. And if you wanted, if you don't need the stability bit, you can just bend over and do 10 each side without using that bit for stability. And then with the same object, the lighter one, I'm going to stand up tall with it, so deadlift it up, and you're going to go for 30 seconds doing a high knee march with the object in one side. So I'm trying to pick my knee up so that it's above my hip or above about belly button height, and I'm staying braced as you're alternating sides. 30 seconds one side, deadlift it down, opposite arm, 30 seconds there. So 4 movements, going for 20 total minutes. Ideally, again, you're going to have 2 different objects out. Hopefully you guys have some fun with this one for today. Let us know how it goes.